Hey superstar, it's Gavin here from Wake Up Fulfilled. Welcome back to my channel. I'm a subconscious mind specialist and I help people reprogram their subconscious mind and shift their personality and identity to have more success in their life so success becomes automatic. And we do offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis session. There will be a link in the description where you can go and get that, or you can go to neutralityshifting.com. This video is going to be about how the mind or how the brain creates success. The brain can work for you in really powerful ways and get you to take action towards success without resistance, without procrastination, and just feeling totally amazing. Because I know a lot of motivational videos and people say, work hard, hustle, grind to create the life that you want. But what that really is fighting against yourself. You're literally fighting against your subconscious mind in order to succeed. And we can see in our external reality that that doesn't work. When two countries are fighting, do we want that? No, we do not want a war. So we don't want a war going on in our head where we're saying, hey, I want this goal, I want to achieve this thing, and now I'm gonna fight to go get it. Fighting yourself to go get it just causes a lot of stress, a lot of gray hairs. I got gray hairs, right? A lot of, internal resistance, not feeling good about yourself. You set a new goal, you don't do it, it lowers your self-esteem. And I know exactly what it feels like because I've been there. And for years, I struggled with chronic procrastination, resistance, trying to achieve more success because all of the gurus, particularly, people, not necessarily Tony Robbins, because he kind of talks about this as well, but there's a lot of gurus who say, you need to hustle harder, work harder, don't sleep, and, all of these crazy things. But in actuality, all you need to do is totally align your subconscious mind to what it is that you want to obtain. So in your business, there might be something that you don't like doing. In your career, there might be something that you don't like doing. But actually, that thing might lead to more success, more happiness, more joy. So there's always activities that we can do that we're procrastinating on, that we're resisting, projects, our dreams, our goals, we tend to hold back from that. And I'm going to explain why that happens in this video because I've been through it myself and I totally know what it's like. But I also know the other end of the spectrum where success is automatic and you just automatically want to move towards those things, totally eliminating any fears, anxieties, doubts, resistance, fear of failure, fear of success, all of these things. They're belief systems. And the way that I work with people one-on-one is we reprogram them on a personality level, on an identity level, so that all the way they operate completely changes and they cannot be the old way anymore. It's impossible for them to even access that old way of being. And they're like, how is this even happening? Because after one session, I can completely shift them really, really powerfully. So I'm going to show you how your brain creates success. Number one here is we need to understand that when we're watching these motivational videos and we're perceiving other people's success, maybe it's a Will Smith or an Oprah or Tony Robbins or, a David Goggins, behind me there, David Goggins, or a Gavin Stevenson, he's got a successful YouTube channel, he must be working really hard, a Mel Robbins, a Tony Robbins. It looks like, we guess, right? We guess how they got there. We make assumptions on how they got there. You don't want to make assumptions about success. Success leaves clues. And whilst these people might say they work hard, I want you to understand they work hard from a certain place. I'm going to repeat that again. Whilst these people might say they work hard, whilst these people might say they hustle, whilst these people might say to grind and do all this stuff, they're doing that from a certain space or a certain place. And I want to explain what that place is so you can stop using the wrong approach towards creating success. So number one here is most people, when it comes to success, is they think they need to use their brain. They need to use their head in order to create success. What's really going to get you to achieve success is kind of the brain, but it's more emotion, okay? And what I mean by kind of the brain is because the brain and your gut has neurotransmitters like serotonin, which is your happiness neurotransmitter, and dopamine, which is your reward neurotransmitter. So in a way, your brain, connects to that. But the way in which we want to move forward towards success is to be emotional about something. And just to handle any objections here, when I say emotional, I don't mean negative emotions, right? I mean positive emotions, all right? Where you're feeling good about something, where you're excited for something, where you feel inner inspiration, where you feel consistent, where you feel like, I want to make this happen totally 100% with no doubts, no conflicts, no internal dialogue saying that you can't do it. Where you totally feel like building the momentum and sustaining the momentum without stopping, right? That's what's going to create success. When you feel that way, where you can't help but feel that way. So I want you to flow into someone that's successful, very successful. They're making a lot of money financially. Maybe they got good relationships, whatever area of life it is. Maybe they're successful in health, right? Whatever area of life it is, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to take some deep breaths and just relax your being. And let go of the stress of the day, okay? And what I want you to do is just imagine yourself, your soul, okay, floating out of your body, okay, into that person you thought of, okay? You can float out of that person, float out of yourself into that person, and you're going to wake up as them. Okay, you're going to open your eyes as them, okay? And you're going to act as if you're in their body and you're living their life. Okay, you're going to see what they see. You're going to hear what they hear. You're going to think how they think. You're going to talk how they talk, right? You're going to feel how they feel, right? You're going to experience what they experience. What's the first thing that you feel inside of this person? Okay. And comment it below. You done Tony Robbins and you felt like this, okay? So you may feel excitement, you may feel joy, you may feel calm, maybe feel peace, harmony, motivation, whatever it is. Now, this feeling that they have about their goals, okay? Let's think of their goals. They're achieving their goals, they're taking action, doing all this stuff. How do they feel about their goals? How do they feel about taking action? How do they feel about achieving what it is that they want to achieve? And ask yourself, are they trying to feel that way? Okay? Are they trying to feel that way? Or are they feeling that way automatically? Are they pushing to feel that way? Are they using willpower? Are they using their head to get results in life? Or is it just a neutral feeling? Is it like sorry, can't help but do this right now. Sorry, can't help but achieve my goals. Sorry, it's almost like they're achieving success by accident. It's just neutral and normal, okay? And this is how neutrality shifting came about. We called it neutrality shifting because success is neutral. It's not some big epic peak feeling, which I'm going to be talking to you about in a moment. Success can be totally normal, can totally natural to you. And when it's totally normal and totally natural to you, guess what? It's not on a pedestal, it's not below you, and you can take action towards it. So can you see that these people are operating on a completely different way to what they tell you, okay? So when it comes to them working hard, hustling, grinding, and doing all this stuff, what they're actually implying is, well, that's normal to me. I can't help but be that way. It's not as if they're using their brain fighting against the inner demons, the inner conflict, the inner dialogue, the subconscious identity traits, the personalities, the beliefs, the doubts, the fears, the anxieties, the values. They're not fighting against any of that. These things that I just described are holding you back from achieving success in your life and in your business. And so you're fighting against all of that. You're trying to push against all of that to achieve success, where for them, I just feel like it. Sorry, can't help it. They're not fighting against anything. So to them, hustling or grinding is normal. It's easy. It's automatic. So when it comes to working hard, they're passionate about it, which adds another layer to it. and they're automatically able to work 10 hours a day and whatever, right? Because they have the energy and vitality and excitement. There's no heavy wounds from the past, traumas, anxieties, and fears pulling them back from achieving success. And so the goal is to reprogram your subconscious mind to work from the heart space rather than from the head space. You want to work from your heart and not your head. Okay? When you stop using willpower, when you stop using force, when you stop fighting for what it is that you want, when you stop desiring and chasing and all of this stuff, and it's in your heart, and it's normal, and it's natural, and it's love, it's a whole different ball game. I can tell you that. It's amazing. So that's what you want to do. You want to be able to operate from your heart space around what you want. You want to love yourself into having what it is that you want. Okay? Not beating yourself up to have what it is that you want. To, go out and get success so you can then feel love. Go out and have success so you can then feel good about yourself. Go out and achieve success so you can then be validated and feel significant because now you're successful and you have all the things and the stuff and all of this stuff, okay? Don't do it backwards. I can tell you that is the backwards way, and that's the assumption way. That's the way that people assume you're supposed to do it. But in actuality, this is the better approach, by just working on 95% of who you are, which is your subconscious mind, and being more in your heart space, getting rid of all the beliefs that are holding you back from achieving success. Number two is a lot of people think success is pushing up a hill, pushing up a hill. I'm going to achieve success. They're climbing a mountain, climbing a mountain, trying to get to the top of the mountain. Because we assume, again, that at the top, there's a peak experience. And we do this in relationships and love. We want to get married and have that peak experience. You want to have that love in your life. Or maybe it's sex, pornography, and always, releasing your semen, masturbating and stuff like this. Peak experience, constantly chasing, addicted to it. Okay, we're constantly climbing up this hill of peak experiences. Red Bull, caffeine, coffee, sugar, food addictions, I said sex addictions already, right? So there's all different drug addictions, smoking, right? Chasing the dopamine, chasing that peak. Because at the top of the mountain is a peak experience, it's a dopamine release. You're like, whoo, yes, feel good. But what happens? You come back down, right? If you're constantly, masturbating or addicted to sex, there's a low that comes after that. And a lot of people, when it comes to marriage, they want to get married, they want to be in a relationship, whatever it is, right? They're so focused on the marriage, but they're not focused on the consistency. And that's what it takes to sustain a marriage, right? They just want the marriage. I want this big thing. I want this big thing, right? They get it, and then they're like, they can't sustain it. Arguments, problems, divorces, right? We want the peak experience in drugs because we feel low, so we want to feel high for a little bit. We get that dopamine release, but then we're back on a low. Caffeine, you get the high, you get that peak, then you're back down. Then you have to drink more caffeine to get that peak. It's not sustainable. It's not good for your health, right? It's not good for your brain as well. So the challenge is we're trying to climb a cliff. We think success is a cliff, and we're trying to get to the peak experience. But in life, you want to learn that success is actually consistency and not a peak experience. It's consistency over time and enjoying the journey towards what it is that you want. So in relationships, if you're consistent and getting small dopamine releases daily rather than, a peak experience, you can still have those peak experiences, but most of us are chasing them too much with our phones, social media, and all this stuff. We're chasing, and we get them, and then we're addicted to this like peak experience and chasing that big vision out there. When actually we need to be in the present and enjoying every moment of life and getting dopamine releases from life and being consistent at building the relationship, building your finances, building your health, and doing those stuff and looking at the small things rather than this big hit of dopamine. Okay, we can see in our external reality that a lot of us are controlled by those peak experiences. Do not chase peak experiences. I can tell you it can only lead to problems. Okay, because you're always looking for more, always looking for more, always looking for more, always looking for more. That's not success. Success is a road, okay? It's a journey. That's why I draw the road here, okay? It's a journey. You're just driving down the road gently and consistently over time. Kaizen is a Japanese philosophy that you use to take action towards success in baby steps. Okay, you're building momentum over time and you're slowly building rather than pushing hard and burning out. Rather than trying to get up that cliff and like failing and suffering and going through all this pain, anxiety, you practically move forwards towards success in a way where you're taking care of yourself and things are going well and you're working from, again, the heart space. Okay, that's what's going to build more momentum. That's what's going to get you to take more action. That's what's going to have you, when you see that it's a never-ending road and it's always growing and you're always expanding, you know, life is so much joy there. Whereas if there's just a peak experience, well, there's going to be a down, right? So again, I just want to be clear, it's okay to have those peak experiences, but when we're just focused on just those peak experiences, we lose life. We lose, you know, the moments, the memories, and the things that we're creating in the moment and present moment, okay? The last one here is the mind. The brain is always protecting you from danger. So we have danger and safety, okay? The mind is always trying to keep you safe. Okay, and so more success and more happiness, this is number 3 here, more success and more happiness sometimes is dangerous to the brain. Because maybe in the past you've had a really successful relationship, you was very compatible, there's a lot of chemistry and all of this stuff, right? And then you broke up for some reason or another, right? So now you're wounded. Now you have this pattern that says, well, being happy leads to pain, and I don't want to go there. Subconsciously. Maybe consciously you want it, but for some reason you get into a relationship, you sabotage it, you get into a relationship, you sabotage it, it doesn't go your way because subconsciously you're not allowed to have that because it's not safe, right? And if it's not safe, you're going to push it away. Okay, I've done this in my own life. I've done this with money, right? You get money, and the thing is with this money thing, it was a lot of money all at once. Like a lot of it came in, I was like, whoa, and I felt danger, right? Subconsciously, it was dangerous. Like, what am I going to do? Like, panicking, anxiety. And so you kind of want to push it away. You do things to sabotage it, right? And this goes back to consistency. You want to be able to know how to get something and be consistent with having it and keeping it and sustaining it in your life, okay? So we need to understand that the subconscious mind thinks, how can I protect you? And it's always looking to protect you. It always has a positive intention. So if you have a negative belief, it doesn't mean you're a bad person. It just means your mind's framed things in a certain way to protect you from some sort of danger or potential danger in your life. So what we have to do is we have to reprogram our mind that it's totally safe, it's totally natural, it's totally okay to have what it is that I want. And so that's why I created affirmations. Affirmations are statements where you say, hey, it's normal for me to have that. You know, it's normal for me to be successful. It's normal for me to achieve. It's normal for me. Even if it's just a habit of being consistent, even if it's just a habit of moving forward and taking action, the reason you're not taking action is because your mind doesn't think it's safe. If you're procrastinating on something, your mind literally doesn't think it's safe. All right? And so you have to make it normal and safe to your subconscious mind. When you make it normal and safe to your subconscious mind, you'll be able to do it. Right? Sometimes it might be something that's boring and you think that's holding you back, but not all of the time. Okay? Sometimes something can be boring, but then you also got patterns that say, hey, it's not safe, so I'm not going to do it. See, I'm able to do boring things because I have no resistance around doing boring things. I can see the reward long term for doing that boring thing. Whereas most people, they can see the long term reward for doing it, and they know why they're doing it, but they can't do it because there's something back here that says, hey, it's not safe for me to have what I want, which is being successful, having what it is, the dream career, whatever it is that I want, right? So that's what we have to be aware of. It's important to work on all of these 3 areas, otherwise you'll really struggle to move forward in life and see a lot of momentum in your life and in your business. All right. So make sure you apply this into your life. We offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis at neutralityshifting.com. So if you're someone that's resisting something or you're procrastinating something and you want to excel in your business, you want to see more success and happiness, we offer a free subconscious mind diagnosis because as you know, your subconscious mind is responsible for 95% of your life. 95% of your life. Okay. The whole entire life is interpreted via your subconscious mind. So if you reprogram that, guess what? You're going to have more success automatically. It's not going to be a push, willpower, or anxiety or doubts. All right. So we offer a session where we diagnose your challenge, your problems, your beliefs, and we find out where you want to be in life and what you want to achieve and the steps that's needed to take in order to get there. Okay. So if you're interested in that, there'll be a link in the description or up here on Instagram at neutralityshifting.com. Okay. So go ahead and check that out. We only have small availability. We do fill up spots fast. So if you want that, be sure to take advantage of that right now. Okay. So that's about it for this video. Keep learning, keep growing, keep expanding, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.